Inkproducts.com has now released its newest Black Tower CIS ink tank system. This is for the brothers' new printers like the MFC J5330DW, and there's other models. That's the simplest system we've ever installed in our 20 years. I'm going to show it to you. It's so simple. It's a very simple system. I like it better than the refillables because all you do is watch your ink levels and fill the bottles up. You don't have to take the cartridges out. Now when you first get it, the ink level is going to show full on every cartridge. And then it's going to go down. And you're going to get a question mark. And that's where it's going to stay. You'll never get the red X as long as you have ink in it. Comes pre-filled, ready to install. And there's only one bracket you have to put on. We have a little bracket that goes on the side here, so it helps hold the door. So you're going to get it, it's two parts. You got one part here, you're going to stick that on, and then this catches like that, and then you peel and stick it to the door. So when you shut it, it keeps it closed. It's not going to shut 100%. It's going to be open about that much. Now I've had this system in. I've done a lot of testing on it. It's flawless. So I'm going to take out their cartridges. Now, if you notice, that's the 17, the 3017. 19 is bigger. Well, with the CIS system we give you the 19, but even bigger. It'll fit, so you don't have to worry about that. It just holds more ink. Holds approximately 80 milliliters of ink. That's a lot of ink. Okay, you take it out, and then first thing you got to do, because it comes and it's all sealed, take the packaging off and lay it down just like this. The reason is I'm going to equalize the isobaric chamber. So any ink that flooded into it, I'm removing it. This is very important you do this. Then you can stand it up. Then I'll remove the rubber band and then I'll install it into the printer. Now I've already used this unit because I've done a lot of testing on it to make sure it was going to be stable and it's going to work, and it does. I want to point this out before I put it in. In the front here, it doesn't leak. It's not going to leak for you because in there is a pop-it valve. So when you pull it out, it shuts the ink passage off, so it can't leak ink. So remember what I said. When you first install it, you're going to get an ink tank. It's going to tell you it's a non-brother cartridge, and you have to accept that. Just accept everything and go from there. Okay, you can push it in. Sometimes you have to push it to break the front seal. And then the hose is just going to come right out the side. And then when you close it like this, it'll ask you if you replaced it, and we'll go into that in a minute. But now, when it's closed like that, I'm going to take the door catch and put that on. I'm going to line it up, peel it, and stick it. So then it acts like a little latch to hold the door so it doesn't accidentally pop open. Now I'll put the bottles right next, the ink tank right next to it, and this is very important. You have to open up the little plugs. Not the big ones, that's for filling. Follow the instructions, but you want to open up all of them. There you go, that's the way it stays. Very simple. We're done. We're done. Okay, now I put the side little catch on it. The hose can come right out the bottom. Close it up. It's not going to pinch the hose. There, see, and it locks on. Now it's going to say, did you put a new cartridge in? I'm going to say yes to all of them. That's it. Now my yellow is showing full, and it was just showing with a question mark before. So this is really interesting. But there's your question marks. So I think it's going to be like the Canons, that sometimes it's just by itself, it's going to just reset the ink level. That's why I said these ink monitors are a joke. I mean, you go to the store to buy a new cartridge, you find out you left a third of your ink in the cartridge. So now if you want to get out of that, just press there and you're back to the main screen. Now it says you can't detect the ink volume. You don't worry about that. I'll go to maintenance. I'll see how the nozzle check is. Now this printer does 11 by 17. It's really an awesome printer. Automatic duplexing. Perfect. Perfect. This is all American-made pigment ink, just like the manufacturer. So go to inkproducts.com for the latest in black tower continuous ink tank systems.